Hey, what is going on, guys, and welcome to a new DayZ video. Today we're going to be looking at some more 0.61 gameplay released by the devs earlier this week, and also looking at a few questions that they answered over on the forums and what their answers were to those. So let's look at the gameplay first, and then we'll get to the questions towards the end of the video. So right there, one of the devs is up in Vybor Factory, and they hear some gunshots in, it sounds like they were in Vybor Town. Not sure what that gun was. Guys, we're gonna have to learn all the new gun sounds once again for all the guns, because I have no idea what that gun was that was being fired in Vybor, but it sounds like there was someone there. And then also you heard the MP133 shotgun being fired there as well, which I don't know if I do like that sound, to be honest. It wasn't what I was expecting, let's just say that. But that's the new sound for the MP133 shotgun. And then for the rest of the video, basically they are trying to survive hypothermia. It looks like they have gotten wet here with the rains, and they did talk about this in the status report. They talked about rain and just, you know, being wet, all that stuff causing your character to go through hypothermia, which is going to be more of a threat in 0.61 than it was in 0.60. 0.60, it's more that hyperthermia is the threat and you're overheating all the time. In 0.61, it's going to be the opposite. You are going to need to warm up. You're going to need to make a fire like they have here, and you're going to need to sit by it to warm up and you know, make sure that you actually survive. So that's going to be what they are trying to do here. I want to say nothing really that interesting does happen for the rest of the gameplay. It's just pretty much them trying to survive this, sitting next to the fire. You can see his body temperature is a bit low there, so he's trying to bring that back up. Currently it's 34. They're going to be trying to bring that back up, and there goes another shot in the town. But let's look at the questions that they answered on the forums and see what they had to say about those. So question number 1 was, any plans for fixing sticks or arrows in the road that totally wreck vehicles? The answer was, disabling the physical sim on those objects is definitely going to happen, but more likely not for 0.61. Can we expect some changes to loot tables, mainly weapons spawning at heli crash sites? The answer was, while there will be changes to the economy, which can happen in a matter of seconds without an update to Steam being required, don't expect weapons on heli crashes for 0.61. Support for limiting item types per event just isn't there yet, and we don't want to have heli crash sites full of SVDs. All the weapons that would spawn on them do, however, spawn normally in military structures. So yeah, no weapons at heli crashes in 0.61. They will be spawning at like the tents and the barracks and all that stuff. Another question was, will the amount of players entering an area or town affect the number of infected that spawn there? If you go in alone versus if you go in with a group, will the number of infected be increased per player? The answer is, initially we wanted each player to add to the count, but the more we looked into it, the meta game potential was high, and the chance for abuse was also pretty high. Right now it looks like we'll stick to each area having their own minimum or maximum regardless of player count. And the last question is, with all the different clients, internet speeds, types of connections, pings, will it ever be possible to fix Desync in DayZ Standalone? The answer is, well, we are currently fighting some issues with collision detection and poor internet speeds. However, that said, I've not seen a single example of actual desynchronization in the current build. No breaking your legs, climbing stairs, that sort of stuff. Player position is actually where the player is and not where he thinks he is versus where the server says he is. Guys, that is a huge answer right there for 0.61. That's a huge improvement if that is actually going to carry over to the experimental branch, and that's what the players are going to get to play with. If that's what we're going to get to have in 0.61 is pretty much no more dying on stairs in DayZ. Could you believe that? If that's actually going to carry over to the experimental and even to the main build when 0.61 drops, who knows? But thank you guys for watching. That was the video right there. If you want to watch the full dev video, the link to it will be in the description. You can go, you know, watch the whole things, but I just tried to show you guys the interesting part. And yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the vid. Hit that like if you did, subscribe if you're new, and we'll see you guys in the next video.